Imagine how good it would feel to be able to speak to someone and make them actually feel good about the conversation, to make them feel better after speaking to you. I think that is powerful. And if you want to be successful in life, you should be able to do that. And if you learn the principles from this legendary book called How to Win Friends and Influence People, you can make it happen. So I promise you that if you have the discipline to watch this entire video series from start to finish, you will be able to do just that. That is my promise for you today, and Knights don't break promises. This series will be split into 6 parts. Currently, you are watching part 4, so if you haven't seen parts 1, 2, and 3, click on the card in the top right corner where you will see the playlist with them. But this is only part 4, which means there are 3 more coming. And if you don't want to miss them, make sure you click on the subscribe button and hit the bell so that YouTube sends them to you as soon as they are done. This book was written in 1937, and the reason this book is so relevant even to this day is because Dale Carnegie constantly worked on revising it. He revised it until the day of his death, which was in 1955, and many people after him revised it as well. So this book has literally lifetimes worth of knowledge. Carnegie also highlights 8 things this book is going to help you with. 1. Get out of a mental rut. Think new thoughts, acquire new visions, and discover new ambitions. 2. Make friends quickly and easily. 3. Increase your popularity. 4. Win people to your way of thinking. 5. Increase your influence, your prestige, and your ability to get things done. 6. Handle complaints, avoid arguments, and keep your human contact smooth and pleasant. 7. Become a better speaker and a more entertaining conversationalist. 8. Arouse enthusiasm among your associates. And this book has done so for more than 10 million readers. And if you follow this 6-part course, you will be able to join this group. Principle 16. Let the other person feel that the idea is his or hers. Isn't it bad judgment to try to shove your opinions down the throats of other people? Isn't it wiser to make suggestions and let the other person think out the conclusion? Carnegie talks about Edward M. House, who said, "After I got to know the president, I learned that the best way to convert him to an idea was to casually plant it in his mind, but so as to interest him in it to get him thinking about it." People don't like being told what to do. Remember the times when you were about to do the dishes and your parents told you to do them at the exact same time? Suddenly, you didn't want to do them anymore. When someone orders you to do something, it takes your free will out of the picture, and we as humans really dislike that. And so in order to get someone to do what you want, you have to present your ideas in a way for them to not know what your intentions are. They will only take your idea into account if they reach that point themselves. As Galileo once said, "You cannot teach a man anything, you can only help him find it within himself." Now you may be thinking, well, yeah, but I want to be recognized for my ideas. And this mindset could work when dealing with some people, but most people are very stubborn and won't listen to you if you present it as your idea. So you have to make the decision whether you want the idea to be implemented or be recognized for it. If you are dealing with the right type of person, both things will happen. But in most cases, you have to choose one. Principle 17. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. If the only thing you get from this book is to be able to see things from the other person's angle as well as from your own, it may easily be one of the most important stepping stones of your success. It is a shame that we often don't take the time to step into other people's shoes, because it is often that one simple effort that changes the way our conversations go. If you could simply get yourself to imagine how the other person feels, what he thinks, and what he wants to do, you would be able to influence him to do anything. So whenever you want someone to do something, always take the time to think and see things from their angle as well as from your own. Principle 18. Be sympathetic to the other person's ideas and desires. 3/4 of people are hungering and thirsting for sympathy. Give it to them, and they will love you. Carnegie says, if you live the same life as some of the worst people in history, there is a high chance you would end up doing the same things as them. If we use the previous principle of trying to see things from the other person's angle, it will become easier to be more sympathetic. Carnegie even gives us the exact phrase we can use when it comes to being more sympathetic. I don't blame you one iota for feeling as you do. If I were you, I would undeniably feel the same way. You need to understand that everyone has a reason for what they do, and if you can understand that reason, you can influence them to do anything. Principle 19. Appeal to the nobler motives. The person will think of the real reason for a request themselves, but all of us like to think of motives that sound good, so in order to change people, appeal to their nobler motives. Carnegie tells us the story of how Lord Northcliffe was able to convince news media publishers to stop posting pictures of him he didn't like. He appealed to the respect and love all of us have for motherhood, and so instead of telling the publishers that he doesn't like the picture, he instead wrote them and said, Please stop using that picture in the newspapers. My mother doesn't like it. Everyone has a noble motive you can appeal to. Most people's nobler motives are selfless. It is usually something that would help the people around them. And so before you go about telling someone what to do, always pause and ask yourself, what nobler motive does this person have that I could appeal to? Principle 20. Dramatize your ideas. These are the days of dramatization. Merely stating the truth isn't enough. The truth has to be vivid, interesting, and dramatic. You have to use showmanship. The movies do it, the television does it, and you will have to do it if you want attention. If you want your idea to be taken seriously and implemented, you cannot just state it. Imagine if my video started with the sentence, "Hello everyone. Today, I am going to talk to you about the book How to Win Friends and Influence People. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share." That would be boring as fuck, right? No one would watch the video. I have to start with the fast music and immediately hook you with something. I have to make it more dramatic. I could be saying the same things in two videos, but the one that is more dramatized will do much better because that's what people like. So before you go about presenting someone with an idea of yours, always first ask yourself, how can I dramatize this idea? And I promise you, it will be received much better. Alright bro, that's it for today. Make sure you stay tuned for the 3 other parts of this series. If they are already out, you will probably be able to see them somewhere on the screen, so go check them out. Go click on the subscribe button. Share this video with a friend who needs to improve his social skills. Join the Wisdom Clan with the first link in the description. Make sure you implement everything you've learned today, and bye.